Coming up next, Weeknight with Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it.
From the gorgeous YouTube Dome Show, home of the biggest owl in the world. Wait, biggest owl in the world? Are you sure? Who cares? It's Weeknight with Muller. And now, our man who's going to talk about owls tonight. Oh, that explains why I had to make a remark about owls earlier. He is the one and really the only Mr. Ellie Connie Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ellie Connie Muller. What's up? Alright. This was supposed by Donald Mathis Piano and Toys Gaming Spot and Anthony Shoutout Spotlight was an opening. Are responsible for some of the things that you will see and hear during this episode of Weeknight Update tonight. And they are a few of our Shoutout Spotlight websites, along with Evo Amber, the Dragon Ball lover and has-been hotel fan 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. RKG, the Dream You Call Your Fangirl, Neb 9, the Marcus, the Bobby McCann Show, Bobby McCann, the 11 Podcast, Late Night Playset, Vicky County, Luca Pica Pookie, Pierre Kelly, Pierre's Nostalgia Corner, Bill Gibson, Marvin Man, Dr. Blood Studios, Cassie Dragon, Sophie Dragon, and Ord, and Eclipse Girl 108, the Legacy Hero. Please check all of those people out. Now, it's the beginning of another week, and you know what that means. That's right. Time for us to find out what's up. Let's go. What's up with owls? Animals who want to be up all night. What? Are you looking for a joke? Give me a break, huh? Someone in Idaho found a pygmy owl on January 3rd. Yep, no more hangovers. And hey, an owl in Florida went to a woman's house last night to get some sleep, but the owl did not leave when the sun went down. That's right. The owl did not leave the woman's house when the sun went down. As a matter of fact, the people from Wild Florida Rescue, that's right, the people from the Wild Florida Rescue group had to get that owl home. Of course, the owl is fine. Don't worry. Nobody ate it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's time for another top 8 list. NP, Gregors, let's go! You got boss. First category, top 8 things that will scare the owls. Number 8, the sun. Number 7, flashlights. Number 6, monkeys. Number 5, lions. Number 4, tigers. Number 3, dogs. Number 2, cats. And number 1, people who eat owls. Well, that was awkward. You're telling me. Thank you, boys. Thanks a lot. You know what's wrong? Hashtag Weeknight Update. Hashtag LWO for Late Night. Hashtag LWO for Dogs Room. Hashtag for LeBron. And hashtag Autism is awesome. Get those hashtags and try on social media, please. And do everybody like this thing, subscribe and bell, share, and chat comment section down below. But whatever you do, please, do not go anywhere. We will be right back with the in-between monologue, Toy Story, VHS Spotlight, the moment for everyone, talking time, band advice, and this week's Count of the Week question. Remember, this is still Weeknight Update, and now it is your file tonight.
I mean, it's crazy.
What?
We finish each other's
Sandwiches.
No! I love you, but this is mine.
I've made a personal decision to try better living through television, but to make it right, I've gotta have Nick at Night.
You want to save on carpeting? How about 10% off? How about 20% off? How about 50% off? That's what you get on selected name brand carpeting during Empire's once-a-year sale. Imagine up to 50% off carpeting delivered the next day, and you don't make a monthly payment till May. Up to 50% off with shop-at-home convenience. This isn't an everyday sale. It's Empire's once-a-year sale.
588-2300 Empire.
Call now and get a Wilson Michael Jordan basketball.
Tune in tomorrow when we play Win, Lose, or Draw.
Gee, I wish we could play win, lose, or draw at home.
You can!
Oh, Bert Convy!
It's the home version of the game that lets your pencil do the talking.
Bird. Ah, Bird, a bird brain.
Eat like a bird.
Excuse me.
Jailbird.
Over to the rock stone.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Bird! Let's play another without any help.
Win, Lose, or Draw from Milton Bradley. And now for kids, there's Win, Lose, or Draw Junior.
Welcome back to Weeknight Update. Oh, yes. In a few moments, Toys Gaming Spot will tell us another story. And Anthony Shoutout Spotlight and Opening will review another VHS tape. But first, lather, rinse, repeat, dry, and make sure that the owls are outside and not inside because it's time for the in-between monologue. Owls are nocturnal. That means that they sleep all day and stay up all night. They must be big fans of Weeknight Update. Now, because they have asymmetrical ears, owls can hear sounds in 3D. So if you're keeping secrets from someone, then please make sure you talk about your secrets when the owl isn't around. Owls can sneak on their prey because their soft and serrated feathers muffle wing beats. Well, that's sneaky. Although nearly all the other owls are awake at night, the snowy owl is awake during the day. Well, that's because the snowy owl comes to life in the winter. And finally, owls do not live in Antarctica. I guess owls don't want to be frozen all the time. And that's the in-between monologue right there. And now, for another perspective on owls, we go to the newsroom where Tori's Gaming Spot is standing by. Yes, it's time once again for Tori's story. Go ahead, Tori.
Hey guys, Tori Mullins here, and welcome back to Tori's story. So the next story I'm going to be telling you is about owls. And here's the story. The owl always takes her sleep during the day. Then after sundown, when the rosy light fades from the sky and the shadows rise slowly through the wood, out she comes ruffling and blinking from the old hollow tree. Now her weird hoo ooh echoes through the quiet wood, and she begins her hunt for the bugs and beetles, frogs and mice she likes so well to eat. Now there was a certain old owl who had become very cross and hard to please as she grew older, especially if anything disturbed her daily slumbers. One warm summer afternoon, as she dozed away in her den in the old oak tree, a grasshopper nearby began a joyous but very raspy song. Out popped the old owl's head from the opening in the tree that served her both for door and for window. "Get away from here, sir," she said to the grasshopper. Have you no manners? You should at least respect my age and leave me to sleep in quiet." But the grasshopper answered saucily that he had as much right to his place in the sun as the owl had to her place in the old oak. Then he struck up a louder and still more rasping tune. The wise old owl knew quite well that it would do no good to argue with the grasshopper, nor with anybody else, for that matter. Besides, her eyes were not sharp enough by day to permit her to punish the grasshopper as he deserved. So she laid aside all hard words and spoke very kindly to him. "Well, sir," she said, "if I must stay awake, I am going to settle right down to enjoy your singing. Now that I think of it, I have a wonderful wine here, sent me from Olympus, of which I am told Apollo drinks before he sings to the high gods. Please come up and taste this delicious drink with me. I know it well. You sing like Apollo himself." The foolish grasshopper was taken in by the owl's flattering words. Up he jumped to the owl's den, but as soon as he was near enough so the old owl could see him clearly, she pounced upon him and ate him up. The end. That's the story about owls. So stay tuned where I tell the next story. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, Tori. That was an incredible story. And now, Anthony Shoutout Spotlight and Opening is deep in the bowels of Nick at Night with another VHS tape. That can only mean one thing and one thing only. Yes, it's time for another installment of the VHS Spotlight. Anthony, let's go.
It's your favorite YouTuber, Anshu Pop Copic, Midnight Hours #1 YouTuber on Midnight Hours Movie Weatherman. Time for another episode 3 of Connie Miller's VHS Spotlight. And we're gonna focus on the Transformers, the very first Transformers movie, Volume 1 more than VCR. Back off, Megatron. The Autobots here. Surrender, fool. Earth is mine for the taking. I got this from eBay last Easter. And the good tape. This is good. That's what I rented from ADL Video. Transformers 1984. This came out in 1985. And everything. I like this tape and everything. If you go on the Internet Archive to see that and everything. Sorry. Okay, this is the first volume of Transformers. Hopefully I get more. The first volume, it has the FBI warning, the Family Home Entertainment logo, the Transformers intro to start. If you go on that, at the end credits where Megatron swimming in the water, end credits has the Marvel Sunbow logo, the coming attractions, the G.I. Joe logo, the G.I. Joe preview, the Inspector Gadget preview, the Thunderbirds Outer Space preview, the G.I. Joe Revenge of Cobra, has the end credits, long faded black and blue screen of death. What I thought about this VHS, this is an awesome tape. 100 out of 100. So yeah, that's my Kung Email episode 3 VHS Spotlight of Transformers. Now please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share Pop Culprit, Midnight Hours #1 YouTube, Midnight Hours Movie Wonderman. Follow me on Instagram, Daily Motion, Blue Sky, my Pixel Red, my Facebook Light, my Rumble, Shares, Cash, Share, or Friend, no. Click on notification when I do come on for more fun. So far I got 1.12K subs. The road to 2K subs continues. You can follow me on Community tab. I do a podcast on Podbean. That'll be up this week and all that. And I hopefully I get more Transformers VHS in the future. So yeah, when I think about this tape, 100 out of 100. I'll leave Kongi Miller's description below. So yeah, Transformers, right one more meet the eye, 100 out of 100. So yeah, what do you think about that? So I'll leave Kongi Miller's description below. Anthony, out!
Thank you very much, Anthony. That was excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a moment for everyone. You know, I have actually listened to owls before, and I always thought the owls went ooh, ooh all the time. That's not true. As you already know from the last time that I talked to you about owls actually hoot, and their hoots are actually subtle and soothing. Also, some of the owls have different calls from the others. I know that some of you might have already clicked, but it relates to the topic, so you know I'm about to bring it up. What? You know I'm about to bring it up? You know I'm about to bring it up. Come on. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, I brought that up because I want you to know how important owls are and what owls sound like. Now, I know that you might not go into nature right away because it's cold outside, but when you go camping later this year, please listen to the owls. They might surprise you. Of course, they might not surprise you because I just told you what they sound like. This has been one long episode, but it's not over yet because it's talking time. Here we go. Listen to this, folks. Last week in Idaho, stay with me now. Bill Scheiss and Alex Bell found a pygmy owl, somewhere in Idaho. That's right. The rest of Meachum and Kit brothers from Howe Elementary School said, "We just found a pygmy owl here at school. It is on top of the spruce by the gray building." And Bill replied, "We will be there as soon as we can get there." Wow, that's very urgent. Of course, they took pictures of the pygmy owl, and apparently it's very, very small. That's right, very small. And the feathers, well, they kind of look grayish and whitish and things like that. Wow. That's really interesting. But this story is, wow. Listen to this and stay with me now. All right? An owl in Florida, an eastern screech owl, by the way, in Florida, saw an opportunity to sleep in a woman's home last month during the holidays. That's right. Now stay with me now. The owl went inside. The owl went inside the house, found a nice perch on a curtain rod, and fell asleep. Now, listen to this. All right. At first, the woman was like, "Okay, let me give the owl some space because the owl needs to sleep," and things like that. However, a few hours later, the screech owl did not go home. That's right. So what did the homeowner do? Called, the homeowner called Wild Florida Rescue and got the owl out of there. That's right. Actually, when the net came out, the owl woke up. And then when the rescuer attempted to use that net to get the owl went to another room. Wow. Apparently the screech owl went on a little self-guided tour of the home before landing on a mirror in a bedroom where the rescuer finally managed to safely capture him in the net. Happily, that owl suffered no injuries, and the rescuer released that owl that same day. Wow. Just wow. That is just plain wow. Hey, how about some random advice for the world, huh? If you see an owl outside, then you better get inside because it's nighttime. If you give an owl a cookie, then the owl won't eat it. But if you give an owl a few rats, then watch out, that owl will eat. Never try to keep up with an owl. An owl will be able to sleep all day the next day, but not you. And finally, if you are going to talk about owls on your show, then you better make sure that you avoid making owl puns. Come on, you're smarter than that. My goodness gracious. Folks, it's the beginning of another week, and that means it's time for us to go over this week's Count of the Week question, which is, if you had to choose between having a picnic with a warthog and a meerkat and teaming up with a platypus to save an owl from a lion, then what would you rather do and why? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Tomorrow night on this program, you and I will talk about platypuses together. Then on Wednesday we'll talk about meerkats. Thursday we'll talk about warthogs. And then on Friday we'll talk about lions. That's right. Stories Gaming Spot will be here all week. And GDQ, the YouTuber, aka GDQ, Candy Boy Tunes, Mall Chucker, and Christian Freighties will be here on Friday. That's right. And there will be a very special guest on the show this Friday. Yeah, that special guest is Olivia Nera, the Magical Cat 456, hashtag Stop ENES PBS fan. And I can't give away too much information about the surprise just yet, but I will say this, it will be magical. Will Ibra Empty, Dragon Ball, and Has Been Hotel Fan 2004 ever return to this program? We'll have to wait and see. But that is it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. That's news. Namalski's 4x4.
I've made a personal decision to try better living through television, but to make it right, I've gotta have Weeknight.